Hey guys, welcome to Yoga with Emily. Today we're going to be doing a 15-minute pregnancy yoga flow, focusing on the hips and the pelvis. And if anybody like myself in second trimester is experiencing niggles within the lower back, then hopefully this can help alleviate it for today, or this is practices that you can come back into to practice in the morning, in the evening before you go to bed to help alleviate those aches and pains. Okay, so we'll just start in Sukhasana, a cross-legged position. As you can see, I have a bolster here. If you are at home and you don't have a bolster, then you can use big cushions to sit on to support your seat, or you can use blankets or blocks, yoga blocks, or anything that just helps you feel lifted, supported within the pelvis. And if it feels like the knees are drawing up towards the armpits or the side of the body, then it can help relax that grip around your hips and lower the knees, then lower than the hips. So we're going to find that alignment within the spine, that groundedness within the seat, and we're just going to simply start with our 3 deep breaths. So we'll take an inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And again, we take an inhale and exhale. One more, we take that inhalation, hold for a split second at the top, and then exhale, open the mouth wide and just feel the body soften, the jaw, the shoulders. And just start to neutralize your breath as you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. So starting to find that yogic breath, Ujjayi breathing. Feel the contraction on the back of the throat as you exhale, and imitating the sounds of the ocean wave. This is the breath that we want to bring with us throughout our practice today. So just taking 3 more like this in this stillness. And then slowly start to blink your eyes open, arriving back into your space. Lovely. So if you've got your cushions, if you've got your bolster at home, then we're going to use it to prop up our upper body to begin with. So we're going to slide off of it for now, bringing your forearms on towards the bolsters. And you can roll up a blanket to support your lower back behind. And we're just going to start by knocking the knees from side to side. Now, obviously in pregnancy, we don't want to be creating too deep a twists, because we don't want to be compressing into the lumbar or having to almost rinse out the stomach muscles, which we want to avoid. And we all know that feels uncomfortable in pregnancy. So we're just going to take gentle knocks from side to side. As you can see, my knees don't go all the way to the floor, but I'm still feeling the benefits of the internal rotation as well as the external rotation within the hip. So it's starting to mobilize that area and almost like a gentle massage of my lower back onto the floor. We take an inhale, exhale, one more, inhale and exhale. Really good work, guys. So from there, just bringing your left foot slightly forward, we're going to bring our right ankle to the left ankle, all the ankles. So you can keep it there and you can find that external rotation within your right hip. If you want to amplify and go a little bit further, then you can slide the leg up and come above the left knee. So you're more in that figure of 4 position. And then it's up to you if you want to intensify by bringing the left foot closer. I recommend to engage your ankle just so you can start to feel a deeper stretch going into the glutes. And then again, we can rock from side to side. Good. And remember, guys, you don't have to go in too deep external rotation here, especially if it just doesn't feel good for the pelvis. You're experiencing pressure in the pubic bone, or the lower back is really still feeling quite niggly, then I recommend to just lower it. Please adapt for your body. Our bodies are constantly evolving in pregnancy, and keeping in tune with it is one of the best things that we can do. And remember, we don't have to get really deep into every single stretch. and just do what feels right that day. Inhale, exhale. Lovely work. So we're going to slide that foot off. We're going to come to the other side. Right foot down, left foot towards the ankle, and then start to slide up if you want to go a little bit further, finding that external rotation, just testing the waters where you want that right foot, the supporting foot to be, and then rocking from side to side. Good, so the glutes are a large muscle within our bodies. When they're tight, they can create tension within our lower back and also going into the hamstrings. So it's really nice to feel that openness within to alleviate that kind of pulling and straining elsewhere in the body. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good work, guys. So sliding that foot off. We're going to start to push ourselves up now. Lovely. So you can come to sitting on a blanket. You can come to sitting on a thinner yoga block, which I'm going to do today. And I recommend to sit on the edge of this rather than directly on top of it, just so we can still find a little bit of tilting action within the hips and the pelvis. We're going to extend the right leg out to the side, creating a half bound within our left leg. Sliding your right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. And we're going to pause here for 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale, feeling that openness in the left side of the body. And again, inhale and exhale. Beautiful, lifting up. I don't want us to stay too long in this position with that external rotation of the hips, because we've already kind of got into that. And because of the relaxing hormone, I want to make sure that we're not sticking our bodies into one form of movement for too long, so we don't feel too much elasticity within the muscles, within the joints. Lovely. Take an inhale, exhale. Good work, guys. Lifting up. Good. And we're going to come to our first tabletop position. So just moving, swinging the legs round to the side, moving the props out of the way, having your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and just start to move your body nice and freely here. In my first pregnancies, this is my second, this kind of movement really helped me every single day. I created a figure of 8 within the hips. It felt really soothing within my lower back and hips, especially as I started to get into 3rd trimester where everything felt extra heavy. So this is just us not obsessing about a certain outcome or to feel a certain way within the body, but to gently move our bodies in a way that feels satisfying for this moment. It can be subtle, it can be stillness, or perhaps you just want to get lost in your own world of free movement. Well done, guys. Inhale and exhale. Good, we'll pause there. We're just going to bring our knees together and kick our feet outwards so we can really invite that internal rotation again. But we have the sit bones going outwards, so there's not too much compression or contraction going on within the pelvis. And it might feel quite nice to rock the hips from side to side again. So internal rotation of the hips is just as important as external rotation of the hips, even in pregnancy. So we're just allowing the sit bones to go outwards so everything's not all tucked into one space here. Good. Inhale and exhale. Lovely work, guys. So grabbing 2 bricks, or you can have a few layers of cushions. There's always lots of props in pregnancy. I'm going to start with these 2 bricks here, and I'm going to bring them up to this height. Okay, I'm going to come around. Use your blocks to stand upright. Bring my feet hip width apart, a little bit wider, toes turning outwards. And I'm going to come to sitting down on towards my bricks. Now on the bricks is not the comfiest of seats, but we're not going to be here for too long. So we're going to come into a supported malasana squat, so yogi squat. And I really want us to become aware of our gluteus medius, which are the muscles on the outer glutes, on the outer side of the leg, basically. And this is what's going to help that external rotation a little bit more. So I want us to take small pulses here. So we're going pulsing out and in. And I want us to try to think more about the muscle assisting the leg outwards more than the knee moving. Because if we move the knee, then we're not really moving or using the muscles towards the hips that actually help this posture more. And then we can start to find that lift within the torso. Beautiful work. Inhale and exhale. Good. From there, choice to stay as you are, or I'm going to lower the blocks down a little bit more so it intensifies slightly. Again, we don't want to be here for too long because of the relaxing hormone, but I'm just going to do a few more like this. And then, of course, the final position, you can stay as you are or take the blocks away. And we're going to do 2 breaths in Malasana. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Really good work, guys. So now lifting up, and then we're going to come back into a tabletop position. Bringing your big toes together, walking your hands forward, shifting your hips back, coming into extended puppy pose. Now, child's pose isn't wrong. So child's pose is sit bones all the way to the heels. Personally, for me, in both of my pregnancies, I felt quite squashed in child's pose. So I always teach extended puppy pose, which is the hips lifted where the belly has a little bit more space. That is completely up to you. And we're just going to start to feel the support of the mat, the support of the ground, and just start to breathe. Chin can be on the floor, forehead could be on the floor. You can place your head onto a blanket if that helps. And just start to take a few more breaths from there. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Well done. And just feeling grounded for a moment. There's nothing else that we need to do right now, apart from focus on our breath, our body, and our minds. One more breath. Inhale, exhale. Good. And just coming to lift the body up. We're going to come into a cross-legged position, so back where we started. And you can come back onto the bolster, you can come onto the floor, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And we're just going to focus on a little bit of lateral breathing here. So as everything starts to get a little bit squashed in pregnancy, and baby takes over diaphragm, things start to lift up, it's really hard to breathe into the belly. But then we don't want to breathe into the chest because everything may feel panicked, or it can enhance feelings of anxiety. So we want to find space elsewhere. So the other place that we can breathe is laterally. So we can expand the rib cage wide to then bring it back in. So it's almost like thoracic breathing. This is the thoracic area of the body. So you can wrap your fingers around the top ribs, take an inhale and push the ribs into the hands. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So ladies, I want you to choose if you want to continue this breathing, if you want to turn the video off to continue, or you can just rest the hands down towards your lap now. So thank you so much for joining me for this 15-minute pregnancy yoga flow. I hope that it creates more openness within the lower half of the body especially, and prepared you for the rest of your day or for a good night's sleep. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.